It's a little bit chilly in Florida this morning. Oh, I've got my winter coat on. New Amsterdam. Odyssey of the seas. It's so cold. And I haven't looked what the other ships are yet. I think that's Enchanted of the Seas over there. Enchanted of the Seas. Bloody hell, that's a cold break feed. Enchanted Princess, and then Bob is on the bridge over there. You see that bridge? Bob is on there somewhere.
Over 50 knots of wind outside, and was let's say challenging coming in today, but there we go. I need to ask for your patience as we run in the line, and we will connect the gangway. As soon as we connect the gangway, further announcement will be made. It's only like probably 5 minutes away, so 5 minutes to connect the gangway and then get the clearance and yada 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 yada. But there we go. We safely alongside on Pier 21. We starboard side alongside. Today one gangway will be rigged on deck 5, and I want to just repeat myself, it's not connected yet. So now I need to rush toward the gangway because it's not there. And now I would like to take a minute to thank you all. You know, I want to say we left the last cruise, went to Princess Key, went to St. Thomas, St. Martin. I would like to highlight that we managed to find all the ports and all in the correct order. This is my very first time, so yeah, there we go. I have to say the weather is a bit reflecting our feeling today. Is a bit cloudy, and we really sad on the Sky Princess because today is the day, unfortunately, we'll be leaving. You came in last Saturday, and you came in, strolling up the gangway. You were just a stranger, and then you stay here. You slept here. You eat here. You went to show. You show us your picture, your adventure, and we became friends. And you became part of our family. So today, believe me, is the worst day. Is the day you're going home. And yes, we'll miss you. Of course, we're looking forward to see you. We're always looking forward to see our family and the person we care about. So obviously have a safe journey, and we're looking forward to see you again. And further announcement will be made as soon as the gangway are rigged and ready and we have clearance. Thank you for your attention. Have a safe journey, and nevertheless, bye-bye.
Posing in the piazza for a little photo project with fellow cruise vloggers for later in the year. We headed back to the balcony after breakfast to admire the neighbours. Odyssey of the Seas. I don't know if I'd like her, but she looks amazing. We nearly went on her for her maiden, I think, in Easter a few years ago. But sadly that didn't happen. But yeah, I think I need to go on her to see. Comment below. Have you been on Odyssey of the Seas? Do you think she's an amazing ship? She looks beautiful, I have to say. And we were practically overlooking the bridge of New Amsterdam, so I had to have a selfie with her. We are in Soleil Dining Room. We are on a Debark tour today, an airboat ride and Flamingo Gardens with Miami Airport transfer for flights after 5 p.m. Our flight is at 9:30 tonight, so plenty of time, which is what I like. Oh, there's something on my eyelash. I like plenty of time. We also have a lounge to luxuriate in, so I shall take you there with me. We were all set, ready to get off. Got our passports, got our ocean medallions, got our tour tickets. Just waiting to be allowed off. And then there's not that many people around here, and there was 4 different tours, so hopefully it'll be quite a small tour. Yeah, looking forward to our trip. Hoping to see some crocodiles or alligators. I don't really know the difference. Apparently in Belize we saw a crocodile, but we'll see. So we are on the coach for our Debark tour. It's all very painless so far getting off. We always get flagged up in the automatic passport thing, and have to go see an agent, which is fine. And no one else needs to see an agent because everyone else is American, so there's no queue at all, so it's great. She was very polite. Got our fingerprints taken again, although I only had my right hand taken and Dave had both. Dave obviously looks dodgy. Yeah, and now we're on his coach that is going to take us on an airboat tour, and then a Flamingo Garden tour, and then to Miami Airport. Oh, there's a man playing with his coach here, and a big black thing just fell out of it. There's a big piece of like rubber that just fell out of his coat. You can see it in the corner of my eye. And you see there's some Holland America ships there. And yeah, I'll take you on our airboat with us. Exciting. All the American trucks and celebrity reflection behind. Hey. Look at that truck. It's a monster truck. Busy day in port today. There were loads and loads of ships in. Oh, and there's a plane coming in over there. Look at the Fort Lauderdale Airport. Oh, didn't quite catch the police. Had a little look at the police. We're now out of Port Everglades. Onto our airboat tour. Oh, that's weird. Look at that little thing.
We're gonna be hot
That's in the airport.
Welcome to Florida. Actually, talking about welcome to Florida, I want to give you a welcome to Florida because I know not everybody is from Florida. Now, welcome to Florida, land of the flowers, nicknamed the Sunshine State, named by Ponce de Leon, La Florida. On Ponce de Leon, landing on the North. Million visitors per year. That is including you folks. So welcome, welcome, welcome.
By the motorway.
All this is the Everglades, folks. I know it doesn't look that way, but all this was underwater many, many, many years ago. And you know, realtors in the old times, they used to use the term, I sold my property by the gallon. And technically they were able to say that because it was everything underwater. And you know, they find techniques to be able to put those water levels down, like water structures, canals. Whew.
Miami.
Also, a couple of things that I like to mention about the first park. If you want to
Everglades. Look. On the edge. We go to a recreational park on which we go on an airboat, and then we go to a gator show.
Okay, folks, now other than the water structure,
Here we go. Woo. The Everglades Holiday Park. So as part of our trip, we had a trip on an airboat. It was very organised. Everyone was taken to the front of the queue at the right time. There were a few other cruise ships passengers there. We didn't queue long at all. Felt very safe there. We all went on airboats with roofs on, so there was no choice of one without a roof. And they spread you out. They didn't pack everyone in, which was nice. There was like 4 of us across on a bench. So if you're with a couple, one of you is going to be on the window. Although there's windows all around, but, you know, be on the side for filming. It seemed really organised. Of note, though, if you're sensitive to sound, do ask them for some earplugs. They weren't given out to everyone, but the noise was definitely loud. And Dave's Apple Watch told him off halfway around that the noise was too loud. So if you are sensitive to sound, I would ask them for some ear plugs, aren't they? Yeah.
Mic check 1, 2. If you guys can hear me, make some noise.
Woo!
Alright, now I know there was a wait down there. I do want to welcome everybody to Everglades Holiday Park. The game major for Everglades. My name is Captain Shingo Kizan Morgan.
Oh, look at the bird there.
That animal obviously has a lot of bacteria and infection, so this is the bird's natural response to fighting off any bacteria and or infection from forming on the head. They also do live in Florida where it's pretty much hot year round, so it does have the... Here to our left we also have the purple gallinoids behind these bushes. Small, dark blue bird with a multicolored beak. Those guys are endangered due to the python problem out here. Always a treat to see him. He's all the way back there by the bushes. Now you guys look at where those vultures are at though. You guys probably gonna see that iguana spawning.
6 to 8 months out of the year. Once it ripens, it will no longer be toxic, but it's still not made for the digestive system, so you should have an interesting time in the bathroom. And it tastes pretty bad. So if I was you guys, I'd probably try to stay away from it all around. Now, for the guys that get closer, look at some of these trees.
So after the airboat tour, they take you kind of ushered through with all the other people to a Gator Boys show. Now, I was quite dubious about this because I love animals and I don't want to see animals like having to do tricks and stuff, and it would upset me. But I have to say, he did seem very caring about the alligators. So there was a show, but they didn't really do, tricks or anything, bless them. The crocodile, alligators rather. This gentleman saves alligators. So alligators are pests in Florida, and these are nuisance alligators, the ones he saved. So once an alligator's found somewhere it likes, be it your garden or your pool or your golf course, it will always return there. And people often capture them and used to drop them off into the depths of the Everglades, but they'd find their way back. And then people were scared of them and they'd potentially attack people if they felt scared. So in Florida, your gator catchers are allowed to catch and unfortunately can then kill and sell for their skin and their meat. This gentleman is one of the few gator catchers who actually brings them back to his gator park and looks after them and doesn't kill them and gives them a home. And I mean, they looked happy. They did, to be fair. They didn't seem aggressive, but also they weren't overly tame either. Do you know, I think because they know him and they know that he's not going to harm them or injure them and that he feeds them, they weren't particularly bothered by him. They're just beautiful creatures. I'm just fascinated by them. And one of them, you can see later in a film that some of them are disabled alligators, bless them. So they've got like stumps or missing legs and things. So he genuinely seemed to care for them. And I have to say, I'm not a big fan of zoos and such like, so especially, like little private zoos. So I genuinely did enjoy this little show. There was a little zoo area after I wasn't so keen on. But yeah, I mean, the alligators seemed happy. Smiling.
How long is it to the pneumonia season? Look at that.
You're wanting. It's had a busy day,
What, you don't think I know? Trust me, girl, I know. What are you laughing at? Yes, dear, no, dear, you're right. A compassionate crowd might see that as a cry for help and money, but more importantly for them, they save liability by not hiring and paying a trapper. Just let them keep and harvest the animal. That way, every time a trapper's arm gets ripped off, there's no workman's compensation to worry about, no disability. You think there's going to be like headlocks and body slams? Young boys in particular, they're really disappointed. I think I'm going to run around with a folding chair, smashing alligators in the head. Not that kind of wrestling. Thinking I'm the threat, I'm the predator. But more than likely, for that same reason, they'll make an equally explosive move but only to escape. Either way, there'll be some massive explosion of energy. If you slap me in the butt with that tail, you better buy me dinner and tell me you love me first. I am not so crude, but if you start smacking me around back there, I am looking for a little romance first. Otherwise, you would just feel cheap. Get over here, knucklehead. Come here, boy. Ooh, yeah.
How do you know it's a girl?
So there was then a little zoo you could walk through. Most of the animals were free like this, but there were some in cages. But however, they did say if they were out in the wild, an alligator would probably eat them. So I don't know. I wasn't so keen. You could also have your picture taken with a baby alligator, but we didn't do that. I didn't like the way they taped their mouths up. Do you know, like, I'd much rather not have a picture with a baby alligator, and the baby alligator to be happy and able to move its mouth. But people were having photos with them, so... We are on our way to Flamingo Gardens. We're going to go on the road train there. I shall take you with us. Show you what we get up to. When you do a Debark tour from Fort Lauderdale in January, make sure you bring a coat with you or a jumper. I naively thought it would be warm. It's not cold, but it's not warm, and I'm never cold. Yeah, I was a little bit chilly, so make sure you bring a coat.
That first one already left, so. Thank you, though. Okay. Okay.
We're on the train, the road train. I don't think you can see the one behind. No. Let me show you a video of that. The road train. There's one over there too. It's filling up slowly. We're close to the back. I have to say, I had no expectations of Flamingo Gardens. It was basically something between the airboat ride and the transfer to the airport. However, it was fabulous. It was really good. It was like a little kind of botanical gardens with animals. It was lovely. It was a nice time to sort of stretch your legs, and you know, when you had a long flight coming, it was beautiful. I would advise you to get on the road train and go round. There was a guided tour whilst you went round, which I'm sure you'll see a bit of in a minute. And then potter around and have a look at all the animals and birds. Make use of the fresh air before you get on your plane home. But it was definitely a great part of the trip, even though I had no expectations of what it was going to be like whatsoever.
And the flamingos are in that particular area just now. You see they are in an enclosed area. The flamingos are our famous birds here at South in Flamingo Gardens. So you might be wondering, why is it that the flamingos are of the known as the hurricane birds? Now those birds are the last birds to go into hiding when there is a bad weather coming to Florida, and they're the first ones to return after the passage of the hurricane. So those birds are very, 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 very sensitive. So they do help us here in Florida when there's bad weather. In 1925, when they came here, they built that house. That house was a house that they loved to do a lot of entertaining when they were alive in the 1930s. To be exact, when they came here, they bought 320 acres of property that we bought, that we are on just now, and they planted the entire area in oranges, hence it was known as Flamingo Grove then. It became Flamingo Gardens in 1959 after Mr. Ray died, and so Mrs. Ray wanted to keep her husband's memory going.
This pond is usually full of iguanas, he was saying. But unfortunately, because we were in Florida on a very, very, very cold day, they were all at the bottom of the pond, keeping warm. Sensible iguanas.
Back in the day. And so these plants are imported from various parts of the world to include Mexico and South Central America. Now we're going to stop right here for a while, and we're going to look at some food, some very, very important food, especially for those. The rainbow trees here, right? There's a tree right here at the front. Right here at the front I'm pointing to just now. Look at the bark of the trees. You can see the tree right here at the front. And those are our rainbow trees. They are called the eucalyptus rainbow tree. I'm told that they grow a lot in Hawaii. Turn your attention to the plants with the blades going in various directions right here at the front.
No waddler. Aww. I highly recommend a trip to Flamingo Gardens if you're in Davie in Florida. It was possible to buy bird food to feed the birds from the Flamingo Gardens shop. So they were so tame because they thought everyone had food for them, bless them. Hello, Mr. Peacock. I would most like you to find me attractive to show me your tail. Please. Please, Mr. Peacock. This is Flamingo Gardens with said flamingo. There. There's a lot more over there. Whee! Somewhere. Yeah. It's a nice tour, this. Oh, the flamingos are being fed. Despite me very nicely asking him to show me his tail, he refused. Sport. Well, hello. Who are you? I wouldn't rub up to him. He doesn't like cats. I do, though. Well, you're gorgeous. No, he wants to go sit in the sunshine. The cats and birds seem to live in perfect harmony. To be fair, the peacock was about 3 times the size of the cats. Felt very COVID safe. There was lots of social distancing. You were to wear a mask if you hadn't had vaccinations, and lots of alcohol gel. So yeah, if you have a Debark tour from Fort Lauderdale or Miami, or you have some spare time in Florida, I highly recommend a visit if you're an animal lover or a bird lover. It was beautiful. It was a lovely day. I think a half day there would be enough. I don't think you can spend the full day. We have loads of these parakeets in London. They're showing off. I was standing over there looking at them and then came and stood here and looked at the other birds, and they followed us because they're cheeky little things. Never get to see them close up in London, but just hear them all the time. I think this is a little show going off. Get free ice cream. Yum. Like a bourbon biscuit with ice cream in it. Nice. So we're on the bus now and we stop at the airport on the way back. We are in Fort Lauderdale airport here.
Use Airways, JetBlue, Bahamas Air, Regent, and Tiara.
She tells you which terminal to get off at. And we're flying from Miami. So after Fort Lauderdale, we go back to the ship to take people on this that are on their transit day, and then we go to Miami Airport after. I think it might be just us and some others, not many of us. So we have just been dropped off here at the airport. This is Miami Airport. It feels like the tradesman's entrance. So this is where I'm going to end today's vlog of this Debark tour. Definitely recommend it, definitely do it. It's brilliant. And my day has been made. We saw, so let's put my shoes on, a crocodile in the wild in Belize, and then an alligator in the wild in Florida. Yeah. And then Flamingo Gardens was great. Lots of more animals. So, like I say, here ends the Debark tour. We're in the airport. Now, my next vlog is going to begin. So, on the way home, I've treated us and upgraded us to Club World, which is BA's version of business. Never flown business long haul before, so it's going to be a treat for both of us. We checked in, we have seats close to each other, like over the aisle, but I'm hoping because of COVID that actually there isn't anyone in the bed seat next to me and Dave can sit by me, but we'll sit where we're told. We'll check with the air hostesses when we get on. Anyway, my experience of Club World, and Dave's as well, but he's just camera shy, so we won't show him. My experience of Club World is going to begin on my next and final vlog. But yeah, the process of disembarkation off Sky Princess was very organised, lots of paperwork to read. I will, on this vlog, pop up some pictures of the paperwork we needed to use. But I really highly recommend a Debark tour because it makes the most of your last day. On that note, it is, what time is it, Dave? 20 past 2. And our flight is at 9:30. So we've got some time to spend in the business lounge. BA don't have a standalone one here, I don't think, but as part of World Choice Air or something, or some sort of alliance, World Alliance, we use the American Airlines one. But anyway, that is all going to be part of my next vlog, so please watch that. Please hit subscribe. Please watch again. Thank you for watching.